What is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new F1 2019 video. Today we are once again back in the online realm. It seems that I'm making this a little bit of a trend, and for good reason. I'm really enjoying the online spectrum of the game at the moment. It seems like there's a lot of really fun and interesting ways of kind of like storytelling. There's a lot of different scenarios that can play out in an online race, and there just happens to be so many different avenues that we're exploring in said video. So here we are for a 25% race at the Belgian Grand Prix. It is lights out and away we go for this race. We're going to see if we can come back through the field and win the Grand Prix, as we have been trying to do quite recently. Check out the video from yesterday at Suzuka. It was an incredible video, so I recommend you go check that one out. But we've negotiated turn 1. We've managed to halve our grid position. More so, we're up in the P8 now, so it's been a net gain of, 12 positions? People are spinning out everywhere, they just can't keep it on the circuit, it seems. And so we find ourselves well inside the top 10 before we even get to the first sector. Someone is being escorted off to the grass, so they'll be having a tough time of things. That Red Bull had some front wing damage, promotes us up into P6 as a Mercedes. That's a little bit slow, which we will have to negotiate. Is that Toto Wolff? Might be, given how badly he is navigating that Formula 1 car around the Belgian Grand Prix circuit. Those two just mounting the grass, and the Racing Point just breaks off his front wing. And we find ourselves already in P4. It's been a pretty ridiculous start. Again, this is the open lobby that I did for a couple of hours, where I've now turned off ghosting, so if someone crashes or whatever, you literally have to avoid them. And of course, I've turned on damage as well, just to make people, I don't know, just race a little bit cleaner. You can't just go full send with dive bombs left, right, and center, because there will be consequences. And as you can see, a lot of people have been suffering as a consequence of that. But we're putting pressure on the Toro Rosso here as we head into Blanchimont and into the bus stop chicane. Do we go full send? I thought about it. A late switch to the inside, but in the end I decided to be patient and wait for something to happen. It looks like the Toro Rosso was put it into the pit lane, and so we are now on the podium. That's the thing with the 25% race, is you have so much more time to react and plan out your moves. In a 3 or even 5 lap race, you're still, I don't know, you feel inclined to just attack at every opportunity. It's a bit like cricket, like a 20-20 match, you have to absolutely smash every ball for 6, but this is a bit more like a one-day, a 50-over match. Yeah, we can afford to just plan out our innings a little bit more and put our best foot forward. But anyway, we're running in P3 at the moment. It's been a solid start. I feel like we've got some pretty good pace. I've got a good setup around here at the Belgian Grand Prix, so I feel like we'll probably ease our way towards the leaders, who are a good 5-6 seconds up the road. Yellow flags at the bus stop chicane as someone has gone off at Blanchimont, and there's yellow flags at the end of Sector 2. There seems to be yellow flags everywhere at this point. I don't know if someone's trying to cause a safety car or something like that, but there just seems to be people stranded left, right, and center. But anyway, at this point in the Grand Prix, you can see I'm starting to close in on P2, but then, as luck would have it, you can see my FPS is just going out the window again, like in the Brazil videos that I had. And yeah, it's really annoying. You guys said in previous videos that this could be an internet issue, I could be, something might be using up my internet, which is making me lag back. So that's something I'll look into. But because this all happened literally on the same day as all those Brazil videos and everything, obviously I don't have a solution to the problem at this point, but I have done one open lobby since, and I haven't experienced it, but yeah, I think ever since I moved to the UK, my connection has been a little bit dodgy. Sometimes I'll randomly lose connection to whatever router I'm connected to, and it's just a bit messy, so I'll have to figure out a solution to that. But anyway, it's lap 6. We've lost a lot of touch with the leaders by virtue of the FPS lagging back issue, and so at this point I feel like we do need a safety car. I have noticed as well that we've got some light green front wing damage, which I will hopefully bring up at some point. I might actually bring it up now as we head into the pit lane. I was trying to delay this pit stop for as long as I could. Because I was hoping for a virtual safety car or a full course caution to come out to save the day. That didn't happen. And in the pit stop, we actually haven't had our front wing changed either, despite having set it to yes on the MFD. So we're going to have to limp home to the rest of the Grand Prix with a damaged wing. Safety car!
Safety car deployed. The safety car has been deployed.
Well, okay. Safety car changes things. What I'm going to do here is I am going to break my front wing in an effort to win this race. Much like I attempted in a league race over 2 years ago at the Chinese Grand Prix. On that day, fortune was not on my side. I DNF'd from the race, and believe it or not, I got like penalty points on my license for taking myself unintentionally out of a Grand Prix, which was an interesting affair. But today, we are not going to do side-to-side contact. We are going to take this head-on and do it the safe way. And there we go. We have completely obliterated our front wing at about 5 miles an hour. And now we're going to come in. It feels like cheating. It does, but it's a safety car. We can do whatever the hell we want. It's not my problem that the game doesn't change my front wing if I've only got a very light amount of damage. But I can tell you, it makes such a big difference if you can get that changed and have the full complement of downforce on the front of your car. So, the race is going to be reset here. We've now pitted for a set of soft compound tyres. I believe the top 3 are all on mediums and have elected to keep their track position with 3 laps left in this Belgian Grand Prix. We are going to see if we can come back and win this race by crashing. I'm going to see if I can win a race by actually crashing myself into a wall and losing my front wing. This may be the first time in history that this has ever been attempted, but we're going to see if we can make it work for us as well. But anyway, we're a little bit we've got a little bit of extra fuel on board, so we're going to do the Super GT Gran Turismo burning of the fuel. So I hope that people from Peter or whoever the hell is in charge of global emissions isn't watching, because yep, this is going to be a thing. This Ferrari is just too efficient with the fuel. It wasn't burning enough, it seems. So we're going to have to do a little bit of burning ourselves. But yeah, had to do a little bit of that. It wasn't really making much of a difference. If anything, it was kind of cooking my engine. So I was quickly putting that to an end. And now we're going to get ready for green flag running to see if we can win the Belgian Grand Prix. These guys on the safety car, there's one guy who's like lagged out, which is the guy with the red X, but then there's a guy in a Red Bull who's just swerving and taking people out, kind of. He was doing that to me when the safety car first came out. And there he is on the left-hand side. He thankfully gets out of the way, and we can resume this race here in Spa. So here we go. We've got 2 laps left to go in this race. The race leader has had a really good restart. He's managed to get away quite a bit. He's about 4 seconds up the road. And we have to negotiate these 2 on mediums who are squabbling away quite hard. And my engine, although I haven't actually checked it yet, my engine's actually overheating quite a lot, and I'm not too sure why, because I did cool it out in the safety car period. But here we go. Petrotto 99 and Funky Fura is furiously battling away for the minor placings here in this Belgian Grand Prix. We're going to see if we can get a nice exit here out of the 2 corners. Stavolo 1 and Stavolo 2, that's what yep, that's it. 144 degrees on the engine, which is, yeah, it's not happy. It's absolutely sweating its guts out, and we're going to be losing quite a bit of straight line performance. So we're going to see if we can go up the inside into the bus stop chicane. We get our teammate, or do we? Hopefully he doesn't squeeze us out, and we are through onto the podium now as we head on to the last lap of this Grand Prix. We really should have got past both of these guys on that last lap, but I feel like the engine overheating really held me back on that attempt to get through. We've lost about 10 degrees of temperature, but we need to lose about another 10 more to get optimal horsepower out of this thing. Anyway, here we go. Slipstream, no DRS. We will get it on the next lap, but the race will be over at that point. So here we go. Let's see if we can make a dive as we head into Laycom. We are just about there, and with the tyre advantage, that should be absolutely fine. We're now through into P2, and we can chase after the race leader, who is Costa. Yep, Costa. They make lovely hot chocolates and delicious toasties. This is not sponsored, but if you want to sponsor me, Costa, that would be lovely. And if you could let me go through, that would also be wonderful.
Mediums, their tyres are 4 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 46.2. You're losing around 3/10 a lap.
Okay, just a brief update from... Oh, Funky Fuhrer is out of the Grand Prix. Oh, he was running quite well there in P3 or 4 at the time, but he is now out. Unfortunately, our beverage-making friend in the lead is not got any penalties against their name, so we are going to have to do this with the utmost of gusto heading into the final chicane if we want to pull off this victory. It's going to have to be the biggest dive bomb of the century, but we will give it everything regardless. Purple to the first and second sector as we head into the final couple of corners in the Grand Prix. I'm just hoping for a miracle now at this point, and Costa has managed to keep it on the road, and he will win the Belgian Grand Prix. And my hopes and dreams just come sinking down, as that could have been absolutely amazing if we had pulled off that victory after breaking our front wing under the safety car period. I feel like I would have got some kind of reprimand from the stewards if that was real life. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do. Codemasters for F1 2020, please allow us to change the front wing, even on lime green damage, because it makes a big difference. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to see plenty more racing game content. I'm using these online videos as maybe, I'm not promising anything, but maybe a pathway back to league racing. I am, just enjoying racing other people at the moment, and we shall see where it takes us in the future. With that said, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you need to see plenty more racing game content. I'm also thinking about doing Gran Turismo in the future, so if that's something you want to see, let me know. I'm really enjoying watching Gran Turismo content, so I feel like I should give it a go once again because it is an amazing game. With that said, I'm off. See you in the next one.